Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I hope you are well and good right now. I am Nikki Vanessa Shipping, your teacher for Introduction of World Religions and Belief System. Welcome to our fourth quarter, week 6. Today, we will be discussing about Confucianism. We have heard the learning competency, analyzed the brief history, core teachings, fundamental belief practices, and related issues of Confucianism. Confucianism emphasizes the ethical dimension of the world. It gives primary attention to human relationship, thus advocating social values and ideas which should serve as the foundation of Chinese society. Confucianism is also known as Ruism. Is described as tradition, as philosophy, a religion, a humanistic or rationalistic religion, a way of governing, as simply a way of life. Historical background: Zhou Dynasty. The second historical dynasty is China. The proliferation of Chinese classical thought happened within the reign of dynasty. Zhou period. During this period, technological growth led to trading development, which led to remarkable increase in wealth. The vassal states were Qin in the west, Jin in the north, Yan in the northeast, and Qi in the east. The life of Confucius. Confucius was a Chinese teacher, editor, politician, and philosopher of the spring and autumn period of Chinese history. The philosophy of Confucius, also known as Confucianism, emphasizes personal and governmental morality, correctness of social relationship, justice, and serenity. Confucius is Latinized version of Kongji and the honorific Confuzi, both meaning and Master Kong. About Confucius' life. He was born on September 28, 551 BCE. He was born in a small feudal state in Lo, now Shantung province in Kofu. His personal name was Q and his family name was Ko. He said in his heart upon learning at the age of 15. Quotes of Confucius: "It does not matter how slowly you go, so long as you do not stop. Our greatest glory is not never failing, but rising every time we fall. I hear and I forget, and I see and I remember, I do and I understand." Sacred Scriptures. The Confucian's classic, the Five Classics, was a group of books which was regarded as early Confucianism's basic texts. These include the Book of Changes, the Book of History, the Book of Poetry, the Classic Rites, and the Spring and Autumn Animals. The Book of Changes, also known as the I Ching, the Book of Changes was believed to have existed at the time of Confucius and is the oldest of the classic. It focuses in a short prediction following a type of divination called Clairvoyancy, wherein the 6 random numbers are picked and arranged under 64 hexagrams. The Book of History, also known as the Book of Documents or Shang-Hu. The Book of History is supposedly a collection organized and introduced by conventionally attribute of Confucius or by early scholars. The Book of Poetry, also known as the Book of Songs, oldest, is a collection of 305 songs compiled around 600 BCE, which includes 4 sections of various themes such as love, courtship, abandonment, and dances. It also includes fest songs or state chants. The classic rites, originally the three rites Sanli, the classic rites is also compilation of ceremonial rituals, administration, and social form of the Zhao dynasty. The Book of Analytics. Analytics is also known as the Analytics of Confucius. It is a collection of sayings and ideas attributed to the Chinese philosopher Confucius and his contemporaries, traditionally believed to have been written in Confucius' followers. Confucian's doctrines beliefs. Perhaps Confucius is more often celebrated for his golden rule. Do not do unto others what you would not have to do unto you. Found in the Analytics, this saying teaches the ethics of mutuality and reciprocity. Confucius believed that to return to the ancient way, people must play their assigned roles in society. This was later called the rectification of names of Jingming. The five relationship includes the rural subject, father, son, husband, wife, elder and younger brother, friend and friend. Five constant. The five constant, also known as the five classical virtues of Wangshan, are the five most important Confucian ethics mentioned in the Analytics of the Book of Mencius. This includes the following: the Ri of benevolence or righteousness, or Li or priority, and Z or knowledge, wisdom, Zin or fidelity. Worship and observance. The Book of Rites recorded the ritual practiced by the Chinese for many centuries. Some of these rituals have been classified under family rituals, also known as the four rites, which are rituals and ceremonies that characterize a person's growth and maturity, namely coming of age rites, marriage ceremonies, mourning rites, and sacrificial rituals. The four rites. Coming of age rites are ceremonies held to signify that a young person has reached the marriageable age and could join the different activities of her or her clan as an adult. The two important coming of age rites among the Chinese are cupping and hairpinning ceremonies. Cupping refers to doing the male teenager's hair or coil or wearing cup. Hairpinning refers to the gathering of the girl's hair into a knot and securing it using the hairpin or hairpin or hair clip. The mourning rites, a tradition of exerting efforts to recover the disease which is being practiced to avoid false death. Marriage ceremonies are an important aspect of Chinese culture since marriage is considered as a central feature of society. Through marriage, patience and love are cultivated to promote the right virtue. And then, sacrificial rituals are performed regularly by descendants of deceased ancestor. Sacrifices are often given at festival. Muzi was an ancient Chinese philosopher born in the 470 BC, a contemporary of Confucius and the founder of Muhism. Along with his followers, he would strongly oppose Confucianism, which placed values on the exact things which Muzi disliked. Mengzi or Mencius was Confucian philosopher, often referred to as second sage of Confucianism, meaning the second in importance only to Confucius himself. Mencius is best known for his claim that human nature is good. Mengzi was more successful than Muzi in passing on his teaching to later generations. Mengzi was elevated to the status of a classic in 12th century. Zhuangzi was a Chinese philosopher who lived around 300 to 237 BCE and, like Mengzi, left a profound legacy on Chinese civilization. He became successful as a politician and teacher and had an anthology of essays entitled Zhuangzi. New Confucianism refers to the revival of different features of Confucian philosophy and political custom which began on the middle and 9th century, it was able to reach new height of intellectual and social research pool in the century during the Song Dynasty. That's all. Any questions, clarifications, additions? If you don't have any questions, please proceed or open your learning path to answer your activity at www.gaitf.com or contact me or call me at 092629748685. Thank you and God bless.